I have a message for Trump supporters. This is extra important given the protests that are going on. If you are watching this and you're a Trump supporter, you voted Trump once, twice, three times, welcome, okay? I think it's possible you've started to question Trump. Maybe you are realizing that the movement you thought was about patriotism and honesty has turned into something darker. This message is for you. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to pretend. You are welcome here anytime. A lot of people were pulled into Trumpism because it promised simple answers to complicated problems. The system is rigged, and in some ways, that's true. Elites are out of touch. That's true. But as is often the case with these faux populist movements, it's that noticing a problem doesn't mean you put a con man in charge of fixing it. And if you are starting to see that, I want to congratulate you. You are not weak. You should not be ashamed. It's called awareness. It's called critical thinking. I see it as courageous to admit when something you believed isn't what it seemed. Most people never get there. I try to get there. I always try to do better. I used to be reflexively against nuclear power. I then learned more about it and learned that on a per energy generated basis, it's the safest form of energy that we had at the time, and that new nuclear solves a lot of the risks of old nuclear. Now, I'm not going around saying, let's do more nuclear power. I want to get onto real renewables. But the point is, I revised my opinion about the issue. Most people don't do that. They double down, they dig deeper into their denial. And what I want to tell you is that you don't have to do that. Trumpism feeds on shame. Trumpism tells you never admit to doubt because you're going to be mocked, and it makes leaving feel like betrayal. But the truth is, no one decent on my side is waiting to rub it in your face. The real world is not like Truth Social. You're not going to be kicked out of society for waking up. Now, maybe that's already happening, okay? Maybe you're seeing the crowds at the No Kings protests where we have people from every background, every age out there, not because they're obsessed with politics, but because they believe that no one man should rule this country. And maybe as you see the energy, the sense of shared purpose, you're saying to yourself, have I been on the wrong side of something real? And that's okay. I'm here to tell you that that is what change looks like. I've talked to many former Trump supporters who say the same thing, which is that once they stepped away, all of a sudden, it was like breathing clean air again. They could disagree without being called traitors. They could think critically again. They could see politics doesn't have to be about loyalty to one man. It's about ideas, results, and facts. So if you are part of this group and you started to notice, man, Trump's lying about a lot of things, even things that don't really matter. His movement is filled with people just concerned with personal loyalty and authoritarianism, and that just means you're paying attention, right? You're not confused. Do not adjust the settings on your TV. And so if you're tired of the fear and the anger and the victimhood and the grievance politics of MAGA, your instincts are still working. So I'm not saying you have to become a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. I never have been. I probably never will be. You don't have to say, I am now a progressive. You don't even have to agree with me about most things. But you deserve better than to be trapped in a political cult that treats you like an audience or a customer rather than a voting citizen. So you're hearing it from me. I hope you'll hear it from people in the comments in my audience. If you are questioning Trump now, even if you've been with him since he came down that gaudy golden escalator in 2015 in Trump Tower, don't let anybody tell you that it's too late to fix what you were wrong about. Don't let anybody tell you that it's mockable to change your mind. We are looking for more people who can say, I was wrong about something. I'm going to do something about it. That is how progress happens, person by person and step by step. So I will say it one more time. You are welcome here anytime. You're not here as an enemy. You're not here as a punchline. I want to be able to say, hey, you know what? Our movement has communicated enough truth. The protests have opened enough eyes that we have former Trump supporters here, and I'll even go further. If you're not even ready yet to say I'm a former Trump supporter, if you're just questioning, if you're just saying, I'm considering, I'm open to other ideas, you're still welcome here. As long as we're not involved in ad hominem attacks, slurs, epithets, and insults, and all of that, you're welcome here. And I'm glad to hear from you why you think taxes should be whatever you think they should be. And I hope you'll listen to my ideas as well. I hope my audience, especially in the context of the protests and what is likely to be an exit to some degree of the cult, a little bit, hopefully anyway, we should all welcome these people and say, you did something that's not that easy. When you're inculcated and engulfed in the cult, it is really difficult to start questioning it because people around you will go, well, you're not questioning, are you? You're not second guessing. Well, maybe you are. And if you're not comfortable telling them, you can come here and you can tell me. And if you've left the cult, we definitely want to hear from you. info@davidpakman.com.